All right, now to today's news analyses. Many analysts consider China North Korea's staunchest ally. China has come to its defense on several sensitive issues and continues to provide much-needed aid to the impoverished country. Yet they say Kim Jong-un's leadership and his subsequent actions may have prompted a recalibration of China's relationship with North Korea. Well, here's how the South China Morning Post reported that possible rethink. Observers and analysts say China is exploring whether to change tactics and engage with North Korea, which is becoming increasingly unpredictable since Kim Jong-un came to power. The development comes as China's foreign ministry sent 2 delegations to Pyongyang in less than a month. The motives behind Pyongyang's actions over the past year, from nuclear tests to the high-profile execution of Kim's uncle, Jang Sung-taek, have mystified many in the region, including China. Many Chinese scholars and government think tanks say they are being kept in the dark about its latest developments. Contact between Beijing and Pyongyang under the younger Kim is not as high profile as under his father, Kim Jong-il. Jia Ching-guo, an international relations professor at Peking University, says nation-to-nation ties would allow Beijing to deal with North Korea in a more normal way, focusing more on China's national interests instead of heavily emphasizing ideology. He says that would clearly spell out under what conditions Beijing would continue to provide aid to Pyongyang. Well, that's certainly one way of looking at it, but it's vague and highly speculative at best. But the recent United Nations report on North Korea may have jolted everyone, yet China.com says that report won't change things between the two countries. Considering the special relationship between China and North Korea, it's difficult to implement the report. Some China-North Korean relations experts said the report cannot change China's policy towards Pyongyang. China's real intention is to maintain its hold over North Korea. There's an old Chinese saying that peers can influence our behavior in positive and negative ways. China's support for North Korea may cause some diplomatic problems. Although the bilateral relations have been based on communist ideology, this relationship is thinner and more fragile than ice. China wants to stabilize the Korean peninsula, but little brother North Korea always plays tricks and makes it unnecessarily difficult for China to handle him. And an article from Huanqiu.com was more forceful in its reaction to the UN's report. Some Western media said China has to distance itself from North Korea to save face. But this just goes to show how little the Western media know about relations between China and North Korea. We don't need a UN report to remind China to distance itself from North Korea. Actually, China has already distanced itself in some aspects. However, China will never turn its back on North Korea, as some countries insist China should do. China needs a stable Korean peninsula more than any other country. China will provide North Korea with humanitarian aid based on China's own strategic interests. It's the U.S. government which should be more embarrassed by not seizing on the opportunities provided on the Korean peninsula issue.